So for this practice, just start standing at the top of the mat. We're going to do quite a bit of balancing and strengthening on one leg. So you can expect to strengthen into the glutes, the legs, and we'll really work into the arches of the feet. So just stand nice and tall, planting the feet down, pushing through the heels, pushing through all 5 toes, but at the same time lifting up through the inner arches of the feet. And we're going to pull that lift from the inner arches up through the thighs, drawing in the navel, reaching up through the crown of the head. Just take a few big breaths in. And exhale, shoulders down the back, out. Breathe in. And out. Find a length into the back of the neck. Maybe that means you slightly draw the chin into the chest, just so we find that extension, that space into the top of the spine. And standing here, let the arms rest down by the side. Just notice where your weight is. So we want to slightly send the weight forwards and then slightly rock the weight back. Just once or twice, moving forwards into the feet and back into the feet. Noticing where we naturally want to hold our weight. We're trying to find that middle point where we can fully stack the spine up nice and tall without gripping into the toes or hanging out too much into the heels. Find your central space. And then we're going to move it over to the left and over to the right. Swaying side to side. Noticing if there's a side that we favour. And again, shifting back into the center. So now we've got that focus point where we're not forwards or back. We're not too far left or too far right. So the spine is stacked as tall as can be. Hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. Shoulders down by the side. Arms down by the side. Fingers reaching to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up and rise onto the tiptoes. Keep drawing the navel in. Hold it here, find a balance. Pulling the navel in, standing tall, strengthening into the ankles. And then exhale, forward fold. Ragdoll the body down, just rock side to side. You've let the heels go. Rising, rolling back up, reaching the arms up, finding length, standing tall. Inhale on the tiptoes. Exhale, lower the heels, forward fold, all the way down. An extra breath down here. And exhale. Rolling back up to standing. Taking the arms up to the sky one last time onto the tiptoes. Strengthen through the feet, the ankles, the knees. Rising up. And then exhale, drop the heels, forward fold, take it all the way down. This time, in your forward fold, take the first 2 fingers, hook around the big toe, and use the strength of the arms to really pull. So draw the body in, close that gap between upper body and lower body. And exhale. Release the grip. Roll back up to standing, take the arms down by the side, find a nice width across the chest. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, stretch up as high as you can, interlace the fingers. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale over to the right for 3 breaths. Stretch the left side of the body. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale back through center. Find space through the spine. And exhale, take it over to the left. Open through the right side. 2 more breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back through center. Reach the arms up. Release the interlace of the fingers. And then exhale, chin into chest. Pilates, roll down. So slow and controlled. Drop the chin in. Move through the spine as you take the hands down towards the floor. Inhale when you get to the bottom. Exhale, rolling back up, draw the navel in, pivot through each level of the spine as you come to stack the crown of the head, reaching up towards the ceiling, the shoulder blades drawing down the back. Finding that space across the chest, that length through the spine, that strength in through the legs and down into the outside edge of the feet, into the toes, into the heels. Just notice if your stance is more comfortable than it was when we started to assess where we held our weight, where we held our balance. And then inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, take the hands all the way down to the floor. Fingertips to the floor. If you want to use a block, you can use the block. Legs strong, weight into the left leg. Take the right leg out to the side, but make sure you keep it in line. So we're stretching that right leg out. Notice if the right heel drops back. Try and keep it in line with the hips. So imagine the hips are against a wall. It's straight out to the side. You should feel it in the standing glute and the right glute as it lifts the hip up and out to the side. Keep breathing. Spine nice and straight. And then exhale. Bring that right leg back in, plant it down. Inhale, take the left leg out to the side, toes drawing back to the face, left heel kicking away. Noticing if it wavers back. Instead, keeping it in line. Already starting to fire up the glutes. Find the strength when we're balancing on one leg. Take an inhale. Exhale. Soft bend in the knees. Just wrap the hands around the backs of the knees. Pull yourself in. Forward fold. And then let that go. Again, find support, either fingertips or block, wherever you can keep the spine nice and long and extended. Balancing on the left leg, extend the right leg back, come into a supported warrior three. You're reaching that right heel as far away as it'll go and extending the crown of the head as far forwards as you can take it. So there's a super straight line all the way through the body, out through the back right leg, and keep lifting up through the left thigh. Look down to the arch of the left foot. Check in, there is still an arch. You're pulling up and creating that inner arch if it's fallen in. Take one more breath. Exhale, step the right foot next to the left. Give a little bend into the knees. And then we'll take it to the opposite side. Right leg plants, left heel extends back. Reach, find length. Open up that left side of the body. Extend the crown of the head forwards. Find a strength not only in the right standing thigh, but also in the back of the left hip, the left glute. Breathing in. And breathing out. Look down to the right foot. Make sure you can see the arch. Inhale. Exhale. Step that left foot in next to the right. Forward fold again. Hug around the knees. If you had a block at the top of the mat, just shift it out to the side so it's not in your way. Take the hands down. Step the hands down. And take your time. Move it back. Downward facing dog. Should already be quite warm, so just feel into your downward facing dog here. Open the backs of the legs. Maybe there's a bit of a shift side to side as you stretch into the side of the hips. Maybe quite a deep soft bend in the knees. Just wriggle. Do whatever you need to do to get comfortable, to find your way into your downward facing dog. When we're here, 3 rounds of a simple chaturanga vinyasa. So roll the body forwards into a plank position. Exhale, first time, lower knees, chest and chin, take it all the way down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, draw the navel back in, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, in and out. Lengthening breath in and out. Chin to chest, inhale, roll it forwards. Through your plank position, exhale, maybe take it all the way down, chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, roll forwards into a plank position. Arms strong as you push the ground away with the palms of the hands, and then bend the elbows lower down, all the way down. Inhale, open the chest, either just a baby cobra, lift the chest, or all the way up, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Thighs strong, heels lengthen away. Hips lift high, lower back opens into the middle back and into the upper back. Shake the head out. Make sure there's no tension in the back of the neck, in the jaw. You're not gripping the tongue to the roof of the mouth. 2 breaths in through the nose. And a full big breath out through the mouth. In through the nose. And a long deep breath out through the mouth. And back to center. Inhale. Reach the right leg back up to the sky. Try not to open the right hip. Just reach that right foot high. And then pull the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot forwards. Bring the left knee in to join the right. So you're sitting in a chair. Reach the arms up. And soften the shoulders down. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Feel like you're trying to pull the navel away from the waistband of your trousers. So you're trying to create almost a vacuum into the front of the body. That vacuum is going to support the lower back. Keep length in both sides of the waist. Inhale. Exhale. Stand up nice and tall. Bring the right knee into the chest. And then take the outside of the right ankle and place it on the left knee. So we create a figure of 4 with the right leg. Bend down back into a chair position. Keep the arms reaching out. Keep length through the fingertips. So you're opening into that right hip. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hands into prayer heart center. If you can, without wobbling too much, extend the right leg back so you come into a warrior 3. You're kicking the right leg to the back of the room, sending the crown of the head, sending the chest forwards. Inhale. Exhale, long step back with that right leg. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Just move into that right hip. So find an opening in the right thigh. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let the right hand fall down, left arm up. Twist and open to the left. So find extension through the left side body. Up through the left chest, the left bicep into the left fingertips. Breathing nice and deep. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, roll the spine forwards. Exhale, lower it all the way down to the floor. Inhale, open the chest, lengthen the heart center. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Left leg nice and high, inhale. Bring the left knee into the chest. Exhale, step the left foot forwards as if you're coming into a high lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then bring the right leg to join the left. So you're sitting in a chair at the top of the mat. The knees squeeze together, the thighs squeeze together. Find that engagement into the glutes. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the left knee into the chest. And then slide the left ankle this time on top of the right knee, the bottom of the right thigh. Create a figure of 4 with the left leg. So as you sit a bit lower back into that chair, you feel the left hip open. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly controlled. Release the left foot, bring the left knee into the chest. Bring the hands into prayer heart center, and as you slowly tilt the upper body forward, send the left leg back, warrior 3. Lengthen that left side. Engage the left heel, the left hamstring, the left glute. When you're ready, a big breath in. And a long breath out, step the left leg back, lower the left knee, low lunge, reach the arms up to the sky, let that left hip, that left thigh open. So squeeze the left glute. Maybe a slight shift side to side, just move into that left thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down, reach the right arm up, nice big open across the chest, length through the fingertips, the bicep, the right side of the body. Make sure there's space from the left shoulder to the left ear. We're not cramping up that side. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll the body forwards. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga, down to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, or all the way up, upward facing dog. Exhale, lower the knees, back into a child's pose. Maybe take the knees quite nice and wide. Allow the belly to sit down in between the thighs. Allow length in the lower back. Make space in between the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Push the hands down into the floor. Rise up, come back to all fours. And just tuck the toes. But before you stretch back, hover the knees off the floor. So fire up those lower abdominals again. Create strength in and around the lower back. Create strength across the back of the shoulders. Take one long breath in. Hips to the sky, long breath out. Right leg high, right knee bends, right hip opens if that feels good. Stretch through the right thigh. If you want to flip that right leg over so it's even further over the hips, more open, maybe the right toes find the floor, then you can. If you're there, that right shoulder blade is soft. From wherever you are, bring the right knee back round and in toward the chest, the heart center. Pull that knee in. And then shift it over to the right elbow, right knee, right elbow. Take it across the body, right knee, left elbow. Back into the center. And then step that right foot forwards. Reach the arms up to the sky, find a high lunge. Reposition the feet ever so slightly if you need to. Visualize both hips from the side, squeezing into the center so you're engaged in and around the lower hips, in and around the pelvis. Take an inhale. Exhale. From this high lunge, you step the left leg to join the right, so we're back into a chair at the front of the mat. Bring the hands into heart center, and we're twisting that chair over to the right, so the left elbow wants to hook outside the right knee. So in your twist here, just look at the knees and make sure they're together, so try not to let them waver too far apart. And if you want to start working towards a side crow, you can keep the knees together here and take the hands down to the floor on the right side of the mat. Just get used to how much flexion is needed to take those hands all the way down. And the balance would be the right knee on the left tricep. So just playing with the weight, or just get used to pushing that knee into the tricep. Get used to the discomfort. It can be quite uncomfortable on the back of the arm. Come back all the way up to your chair. Reach the arms up to the sky. Hands into prayer, heart center. Send the left leg back into a warrior three. So that right thigh should really be working now. The right arch is working. We're lifting up that right arch. Release both hands down to the floor. And then shift open that left hip. So the left hip is opening to the left wall. The right hand is still down to the floor. Maybe reach the left arm up to the sky. Half moon. So open the body up to the left. Keep the right leg strong. Find a big inhale. Exhale. Bend both knees and slide the left knee in behind the right ankle for a seated spinal twist. So you're facing the front of the mat. Inhale. Reach the left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, wrap it around the right knee. Take the right hand behind the back. Find a nice long in-breath. A twist on the out-breath. 4 more there. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, find space. Exhale, twist. 2 more. Lengthen on the in-breath. Move on the out-breath. Lengthen on the in-breath. Move on the out-breath. Back to center. Extend both legs out long. Just give them a little bit of a shake. So your legs are long on the mat, toes reaching towards the top of the mat. Just come down, rest onto the elbows. Pull the navel in. And just hover both heels off the floor. So you've got control of the lower abdominals. both toes pointing away. And here we're just going to create small scissoring movements. So just left toes up, right toes down, and then swap and swap. So you're just pointing the toes away. The movement might only be a few inches, but just find that engagement into the lower abdominals as you scissor the legs. Keep the legs extended and straight for 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Cross the legs, roll over the knees, take the hands back to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. And just enjoy stretching out through the abdominals. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Inhale, roll all the way forwards. And exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, open the chest, baby cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the crown of the head. And exhale, take it back to the mat. Hands push down, tuck the toes, lift the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Left hand side. Inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky, bend the left knee so you start to open that left hip on top of the right hip. If you're quite open, you might start to take that left foot all the way over to the floor, but you're still feeling the stretch if you don't take the foot all the way over. You're still quite deeply opening into that left hip flexor. Take an inhale. Exhale, round the left knee back into the chest. Hug it in, hold it nice and high into the chest, into the heart center. As you're holding it there, then shift the left knee over to the right elbow. And then take it back over to the left elbow. Bring it into the center. Step it forwards. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. So this time really working the left thigh. Step the right foot in to join the left. So you're in a chair at the top of the mat, squeezing those thighs together, wrapping the glutes under. Inhale, hands through prayer. Twist over to the left. Hook the right elbow outside the left knee. Inhale. And then exhale here. Stay in that twist or take the hands down to the floor on the left side of the mat. Get used to how much flexion, how much side bending we need to prepare for that side crow. That balance of the left knee on the right tricep. You can just practice pushing the weight into the tricep if you like, or lifting one toe and then the other toes. Bringing it back through center. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, back into a chair. Legs should really be working. Bringing the hands into prayer, heart center. Standing tall. And then moving the right leg back, coming into warrior 3. So stretch that right leg away, let the chest lower forwards and down. Almost create a capital T shape. So you're stretching that leg back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, preparing for a balance on the left leg, a half moon. So open the right hip up so your right side body is facing over to the right side of the mat. Maybe the right arm stretches up to the ceiling as well. Try and keep that left thigh as engaged and as strong as you can to hold your balance, to anchor you down. Take one more full breath in here. Exhale, slide the right knee in behind the left knee. Take a seat coming into a spinal twist. So your right knee is bent underneath the seat, the left leg is stepping over. Inhale, wrap the right arm around the left knee. Inhale. And exhale, take a twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. And out 2. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Come back to center. Extend both legs out. Give them a little bit of a shake. Just rock side to side. And then coming back into a ab or a core exercise. We're just sitting on the seat bones. Lifting the heels off the floor so the shins might be parallel to the ground. The arms run down by the side of the thighs, out towards the calf. holding the chest high here, sitting in a boat, sitting in Navasana. If you want to, you can fully extend the legs, but more important that you don't sink into the lower back. Instead, you keep the chest nice and high, keep the abdominals engaged. Inhale. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest, rock over the knees, take the hands to the floor. Step back, make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale, sigh out. Inhale, breath. Exhale, sigh out. Roll the body forwards into your plank position. Bend the elbows slowly, controlled, lower it down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking the knees in, slowly folding forwards. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Just let the body hang. Rocking side to side. Inhale, ripple up through the spine, reach the arms all the way up, stand nice and tall. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down. 3 times, just like we did at the start of the practice, but without coming onto the tiptoes. Inhale, roll all the way up. Reach the hands up to the sky, stretch as tall as you possibly can. And then exhale, melt it all the way back down, belly, chest meets the thighs. When you get all the way down, draw the navel back in. Last time. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach up to the sky. And then exhale, fold it all the way down. Take the first 2 fingers, hook around the big toes. Take the elbows out to the side. As you pull the body down, you close that gap between upper body and lower body. Almost sandwich the body down into that forward fold. And then from that forward fold, just take the hands down to the floor. Take a seat, so bring yourself down back into the middle of the mat. So you're sitting on the hips, legs out in front of you. Straighten the legs and just look to where the knees are. And then from this marker point, bend the knees so you can plant the feet towards that line. That's about the distance we're going for. Reach the arms out in front of you and slowly with control, roll the spine back down to the floor. Take your time so that each level of the vertebrae, each spinal segment rolls down to the floor, coming all the way down. When you get down, rest the arms down by the side. Just reset the shoulders so the shoulders sink into the mat. Pull the navel in, support around the lower back. And then when you're ready, tuck the hips, tuck the pelvis off the floor and slowly peel up. The reverse of the way we just came down. You're lifting the hips up, push the feet down into the mat. Stretch the knees away so the thighs are active, the legs are active. The glutes are engaged. Hold it here for 5, 4, for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly roll it back down. Rest the hands onto the belly when you get down. Just take 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feet back. Just where they were before, so they're pushing down into the floor, arms down by the side. Roll the spine off the floor. Rolling, 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 pushing the hips up. And if you want to this time, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and stretch those knuckles down towards the feet. So open more across the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, find a lift through the chest, maybe more of a lift through the hips, through the thighs for 3. Wrap the glutes round and under for 2. Squeeze higher for 1. And then exhale, lower it slowly back down. This time, once the hips come to the floor, you can hug the knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side, maybe small circles. Open out the lower back. Extending the left leg, let the left toes just fall out to the side so there's no resistance, there's no grip, there's no hold through that left leg. With the right knee into the chest, you're going to kick the right heel up to the sky so you can interlace behind the right thigh. And just start to stretch into that hamstring. So reach the right heel away. Can you lengthen the heel up to the ceiling? Try not to reach with the shoulders. Drop the shoulders back into the mat. Find that stretch all the way from the sole of the foot down through the Achilles, the calf, into the back of the hamstring. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee into the chest and take a spinal twist. So that right knee is coming all the way over to the left side of the body. The right shoulder stays planted down onto the floor. Try not to let that right shoulder, that right arm lift. Open and lengthen through the right side. Take 3 big breaths here in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Bring the knee back into the chest. Just give a gentle movement, a gentle rock. And then swap it over. Reach that right leg out. Take the right toes out to the side. Bring the left knee in. Kick the left heel up to the sky. So draw that leg in towards you without lifting the shoulders. Stretching the heel away, lengthening the Achilles, the calf, the back of the left leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Bring the left knee into the chest. Take a twist, left arm out to the side. Draw that left knee across the body over to the right. Find a long opening, a long twist through the left side body. Find extension. Open through the outside of the hip. Sink that left shoulder down into the mat. 3 deep breaths in. Out for 1. Inhale. Out for 2. Inhale. Out for 3. Hug the knee back in. Bring it into the center of the body and just draw both knees back in, rocking side to side. Happy baby. Soles of the feet up to the sky. Now you can either hold the ankles or just hold the outside of the feet, or some people like to hold the big toe. But see if you can pull down as you kick the heels up. So there's a real activation around the hips. Might help you set a bit more of the tension. And then from here, just coming into our Shavasana. So take both legs out as far as you can reach them. Right foot, right corner of the mat. Left foot down to the left corner of the mat. Arms out to the side, palms face up. Take 1 big long inhale and a big full exhale. Drop the shoulders. Let go of any weight across the chest. Let go of any hold into the front of the hips. And just completely melt the body down into the mat. Especially noticing, just as we did in our happy baby, the sensation around the hips and the lower back. Seeing if you can truly find a deep release. And just noticing the weight. Noticing the relaxation. Appreciating the effort. So our breath is nice and heavy, but it's not forced. Back of the head just relax down into the mat. Let the whole back body sink into the softness of the mat. And just notice how that feels. So that the only movement we have to consider is that movement in the chest as we take a nice long breath in and a nice full breath out. A nice long breath in and a nice full breath out. 1 more here. Exhale. With your next in-breath, reach the arms up to the sky. Full body stretch, take them back overhead. Reach the hands as far away as you can up towards the wall behind you and the toes point away. Really stretch it out. Stretch it out. Maybe slightly arch the body to the right. Stretch the left hip, slightly arch the body to the left. Stretch the right hip. Come back to center. Keeping the eyes closed. Just work your way up into a seated position. Sit nice and tall, drop the shoulders. Find a length in the spine, find a weight into the tailbone. Cross the legs, rest the hands on the knees. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 breaths in through the nose and a full, powerful breath out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and another full, powerful breath out through the mouth. And just bring the hands into prayer heart center. Bow the chin into your chest and just thank yourself for your practice. Namaste.